What's up, YouTube? Oh, so today is, my phone's right there. Today is January 19th, and mic's all the way up. Okay. This is just like a, what's today? Wednesday therapy session. Let's call it that. It's not really a six-pack podcast. Still gonna do 3 drinks though. Just because why not? Just having some thoughts earlier, and I was like, you know what? Let's record it and let's just throw a podcast up today. Just whatever's going on. So I was released from COVID protocol, so I can go back to work today. Had a good day. Pretty chill. We're sipping on some Corona Premier, trying to keep it light on the calories. Me and Vincent are going to hit the gym tonight. It's going to be our new Monday through Friday or Monday through Thursday thing. Trying to get in a little bit better shape. And yeah, so here we are. What else is going on right now? Oh, this is what I want to talk about. All right. So, you know, sometimes when you get in those crazy nights and those crazy stories, well, I got some of those I want to talk about, but I've been holding back on y'all. So let's talk about them. First one. Let's just go ahead and call this crossfaded, because there's only 2 stories I really want to talk about. 2 stories. So one time it was a Thanksgiving at my mom's, and everyone was there. One of my cousins decided we wanted to smoke a little bit, so we smoked. And I had already been drinking for the majority of the day. If I'm not mistaken, I fried a turkey and I started drinking about 9:30 in the morning. Hitting them Rolling Rocks. Shout out Rolling Rock. And just kept rolling through the day. Drinking with my uncles, drinking with my dad, drinking with the family. And we thought it was a good idea to smoke too. And got crossfaded as AF, let's put it that way. So, we're done. But man, I gotta tell you, the problem with me is in smoking weed is I hit everything like it's a mod. Like, I don't know how to, it's just full, straight to the lung. And that's just how I smoke. Everything. Cigarettes, same way. Black and mild, same way. Cigars, you ain't supposed to smoke them that way, but that's how I smoke them. So that's how I hit weed. And it messes you up, especially when you've been drinking, because you don't expect it to come in and hit. And so I go inside, proceed to get the munchies, and I find the worst Mission tortilla that you've ever tasted. And I put chunks of turkey in it because it's Thanksgiving, so why not? And then I decided to put some mashed potatoes and some stuffing in there, and then cover it all with Lucinda's world famous cheese dip, queso dip, that has ground beef in it. And oh, it's so good. When you put it all together in the tortilla though, oh, it was not hitting. It was not good. It looked delicious for the first 2 bites. And then I put it on the plate and saw it. Rob was done. That was a wrap for my night. I proceed to go to the restroom and vomit my brains out. And people come in and start checking on me. And my mom comes and checks on me and proceeds to start cleaning the restroom with bleach while I'm still vomiting. Oh, it makes me sick thinking about it. But bleach already has that strong smell, and you're already sick and you're already throwing up. And then imagine someone just starts spraying bleach in the same room with you. And it's, I mean, we're talking about bleach, not like watered down, like it's the good stuff. And oh man, maybe 10 times worse. I felt like I got lightheaded from inhaling fumes, continued to throw up, and just made a giant mess. tried to leave the restroom, ended up crawling to my brother's room and passing out in his bed. And then at like 2 o'clock in the morning, when he's ready to go to bed, he's like, "Oh, can you get out of my room?" Oh, it was so rough. So there you go, guys. That was probably like the second or third time I got crossfaded, where I was just in and out of it. We're gonna finish this beer and take that shot before I tell you the next story. But I hope all is well. I hope y'all are having a good time. If you're watching this and you're listening to my crazy ramblings, I truly appreciate you. Oh. Hey, so do y'all ever notice, like, it's not a young guy thing. Well, one of my buddies does it that's a little bit younger than me, but you ever notice when you go into a bar, that dudes will just order a beer and a shot, like right when they get there. I've never been a beer and a shot guy, but lately, when I'm at home, I'll take my shot and then drink my beer, and then I'll just proceed to keep doing that. As long as I'm at home, I'll do it. But I just never really realized that it was a thing like that. And I noticed the more that I'm in and out of bars and stuff, and I meet more people, that it kind of seems like it's an older man's game. Like, I don't know if they're trying to catch the buzz or catch up, but they just, I got a buddy named Craig. He'll go in there and he gets like a Michelobe Ultra or like a Miller Lite. And then he gets a shot of Fireball, and it's like, oh, bro, those don't go together. Like, you're not going to drink that and then chase it with beer, and he does. And I got another buddy, he's Fireball and Michelob Ultra, that's his. And then I got another buddy, he's tequila, Don Julio or whatever the house tequila is, and he does Miller Lite. And it's just like, I never knew that was a thing until I started seeing them doing it. And then Craig got me a shot the other day, and he was like, "What are you drinking? You want some Fireball?" I was like, "Nah, man, I don't want a Fireball." And then recently got turned on to Rumple. Like, it's like eating drinking Winter Fresh, but it's, look, okay, it's not as bad as you think. It's not like drinking mouthwash. It literally tastes like you got a drink that was made out of Winter Fresh chewing gum, like breath gum. Like, it doesn't taste terrible, but it doesn't taste like amazing either. But the aftertaste is like, wintry fresh. That's how I feel about Rumple. So, I mean, I don't know. Does anybody do that? Do y'all order a shot and a beer every time y'all walk in? Because I've kind of started doing it at home, but I'm not going to do that when I'm out and about, because, I stay in trouble with the laws. So, I'm trying to get out of them troubles. All right. We're going to crack open this other beer. Same thing, Corona Premier. And then this is just a good, easy going beer. 90 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs. I know I talk a lot of crap about Corona, but Modelo doesn't make a beer like this, so I only drink Corona if I'm mad or it's all they got. So, cheers to the shot. Day drinking. Why was that one colder? Oh, it's not as cold as it should be. All right. This is one of Rob's other favorite wild stories that happened, getting crossfaded. And Vincent was present for this one because he came to rescue me. So this is me a couple months ago, going through some personal stuff right now, and resorting to drinking as my answer, which I'm not doing that anymore, but I'm still drinking a lot. But I'm not drinking to get through the personal stuff. I'm just drinking because I want to. Anyways, long story short. Anyways, back to the story. So me and my uncle were out drinking like we do. And we ended up at went to Razoo's and sat there for 27 minutes. No one acknowledged us. No one asked us if we wanted anything to drink. So we got up and we walked out. And then went to Twin Peaks. And service was okay. The food was okay. And it just wasn't my jam. So then we ended up at another bar that I will not name because it's my home bar. And that's where I drink at all the time. And so we're there. And me and Theo David, man, we killed a couple beers over there. Get here, and we're like 2 or 3 beers deep. Going outside to vape, because, I mean, you can't vape or smoke in bars anymore for whatever reason. I mean, if we want to poison ourselves, just let us poison ourselves. You let us do it with alcohol. Anyways, long story short, or not long story short, that's a different topic. Let's not talk about that. So, in there, step outside the front door because, you know, I'm going to vape. And there's a girl out there, and these 3 little youngsters try to come into the bar. And there's no minors after 4 p.m. without their parents or their legal guardian. So I told the dudes before they even walked in, I was like, dude, they're gonna card y'all. Y'all are all underage. They're gonna kick y'all out. Like, dude, just go shoot pool at the next spot over. Like, you're not gonna stay. They're not gonna let you stay here. Well, no one listens to Rob ever. So they decided to go in anyway. And about 3 minutes later, they get kicked out. And I'm a talkative kind of dude. If you're there, we can make small talk. We can have a quick conversation. I'm not the guy that's stuck up that I'm not going to talk to you. So the girl that was out there, I just made the quick comment, like, I knew they weren't 21. And her response immediately was, I have a 20-year-old at home. And when a girl says she has a 20-year-old at home, my natural response is, you got a 20-year-old at home? And with that look, she's like, I'm 38, but you should see me naked. And I was like, okay. So then I proceed to just kind of mellow out in the conversation, because I don't even know this lady. She just said that to me. Lady, she's 38 years old, so clearly she's a lady. And so I'm hanging out there, vaping and doing my thing. And then she goes, hey, do you smoke? And I was like, no, I'm a vapor. Like, I don't really. She's like, not that. And I was like, oh, we're having a different conversation. Okay. I was like, yeah, not really my jam. I mean, I have it on occasion, but not on a regular. She's like, you want to smoke with me? And I was like, no. Okay. And then proceeded to, all right, let's fast forward a little bit, because there's a lot of stuff in there I don't really want to talk about. So then we end up in a Tahoe at the front door of this bar. There's 5 of us. And yeah, so we're passing it around. First time I hit it, I'm just sitting there thinking, how did this happen, bro? Is this your life now? Is this what we do? Because 15 minutes ago, we didn't know anybody in this Tahoe. And now we're at the front door. And then I'm just like, I guess so. That's my life. And it just kept rolling from there. All right. Fast forward, passing it a couple times. Then I realized, hey, I left my uncle inside. He's just in there by himself hanging out. Which is really not cool. When you show up somewhere with somebody, at least give them a heads up where you went. I went from vaping a couple of hits to just being gone. So he was texting me apparently. He texted Vincent asking where I was. Vincent didn't know. He wasn't there. And then I proceeded to get out and go inside. And I met up with him. I was like, hey, what's up, deal? I'm back. And sat down at the bar and proceeded to try to finish my beer. And oh boy, was it hard. Shout out to my main man, my bar back. I'll say your name. What's up, Eric? Shout out for waking me up. And he told me I couldn't sleep on the bar. So I woke up, went to the restroom, washed off my face, tried to put myself together. Next thing I know, passed out in my truck in the parking lot with the windows down, blaring Slim Thug. Let's do it. And yeah, my uncle lost me. Oh, Batman and Robin came to save me, aka Vincent and Kenna. And Vincent pulled me out of my truck and threw me in the back seat of a Jeep on Christmas decorations, so I was covered in glitter. Oh man, good times. And then we decided to go to Vincent's house because they took my keys and they weren't gonna let me drive nowhere. Locked the truck up, left it at the bar. Whoa! And got to Vincent's house. He just got new couches. So his old couches were in the garage. And guess where Rob slept? On the goddamn couches in the garage. They didn't even leave a light on for me. Like, there was no Motel 6 mentality. They just left me out there in the garage. So I was in the garage, sleeping. Couldn't find my phone because it fell in between the couches and it was on the floor. Found my keys. Found my mind. Oh man, there's nothing like waking up in a pitch black room that's slightly the same temperature as outside, and then not knowing how you got there, and slightly remembering some stuff that happened before, and then actually getting up, and then like, oh, okay, I'm in a garage. That's like waking up when you've been kidnapped. You just wake up in a dark room like, oh, what's going on here? Exactly, that's how I felt. But they left the door unlocked, so went inside, put my phone on the charger on the couch, and proceeded to sleep on the couch. But oh man, that was the most recent crossfaded night, and it was a good one. In a life that we live that's so short, as the Bible says, life is but a vapor. You got to have those nights, because if you don't, you're always going to wonder, man, what did I miss out on? What is it, FOMO, fear of missing out? Hey guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, don't fear of missing out. Just go do some stuff. Like, I will say, I approach it wrong because I approach it whenever it comes up. But you know what? If you've never been crossfaded before, if you've never smoked some weed and drank some beer and some liquor at the same time, hey, do it at the house. Get someone you trust with you and make sure they're only doing one. And get somebody else you trust with you and make sure they're doing the other. And you're going to have an amazing time. Just make sure you're not going anywhere. Make sure you got plenty of food there, and make sure you all got somewhere to sleep. And I guarantee you, you're going to have fun. And hey, maybe you record a freestyle album that night, or maybe you start a podcast. Just do it. Like, life's too short to live with regrets. Do whatever you can to get everything you want. If you want to start a podcast like I did, no one watches this, but I'm still making videos. Maybe one day it'll turn into something, but if not, it's a therapy session and I'm in a room by myself talking to no one. And I do miss Vincent being here. We will record a podcast this week. It may not be Friday, it may be Saturday, but me and Vincent will have a podcast up within the next 5 days of me and him, because I miss him. I am scheduled to get my COVID vaccinations now because I'm just tired I just want a card that says I got the vaccines, because I want to be able to do some stuff that I can't do right now. And Vincent just got his second dose, and I'm just going to go ahead and get mine. Work's been talking about they're gonna COVID test us once a week if we're not vaccinated, and the Supreme Court and all that, blah 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 blah, whatever. I'm gonna get vaccinated. I already set my appointments up. I got both the first dose and the second dose set up. I'll go get a booster. I hate needles, but I got tattoos. But I hate needles. Tattoos are different. It's like surface needles. Shots are like inside your arm. I ain't about that life. Oh, I want another beer, but I gotta go to the gym today. So basically the first 20 or 30 minutes of cardio is just taking out these 180 calories I'm taking in right now. Anyways, let me finish this beer and then I'm gonna peace out and I hope all is well. If y'all got some crazy COVID stories or y'all got some crazy freaking crossfaded stories, hit me up in the comments or message me on Instagram. Itsguerillarob, spelled wrong. No O-U-E. That's me. And man, we just got to keep it moving. We can't stop. 2021 was a fucked up year. 2019, fuck. 2019 was all right because it wasn't until the end. But 2020 and 2021, god damn, man. It was a bunch of bullshit. This COVID stuff, people dying, fucking Donald Trump to Joe Biden, and well, no one looks at ballots, and then, oh, some people can vote, other people can't vote. We don't know if we can authenticate this. Oh, man. 2020 and 2021, they're in the books, and they were terrible. So whatever you do, make 2022 count. We're in January. If you got goals, set them and take them. Take them to the limit. If you're trying to lose 20 pounds, do it. Quit eating McDonald's. Quit eating fried chicken. Quit eating all that bullshit. Grill some chicken, grill some steaks, grill some salmon. Man, get off of it. If you got goals, set your goals and knock them out. That's what 2022 is about. For me, that's what it's about. Vincent owned 2021. That fool bought a house. He got engaged. He's getting married in 2022. Set goals. Knock out those goals. And there's nothing else you can do in life better than that. Set something. Make sure you know where you're trying to go, and then get there. If you fall, you don't hit your goal by the day you wanted to. That don't mean quit. That means work harder so you can get there faster than waiting. Don't sit there and wait. Also, don't set unattainable goals. Little goals help. Lose 10 pounds in a month. You can do it. You can do it. Put on 10 pounds of muscle. You can do it. Not in a month, maybe, probably not, but maybe work out real hard and you take your protein in and you ain't worried about bulking. There's a way to do that too. But whatever your goals are, set them. You want a better job, go out there and find it. You want a better relationship with your kids, go out there and make it happen. You want a better relationship with your parents, go out there and make it happen. It's not just going to happen overnight, and it's not going to happen without effort, without work. So get crossfaded less and put more effort into the things that you want, and you'll be better off in the long run. Don't wait 5 years for something you've been trying to do for the last 10. Don't wait 15 years. Don't wait 20 years. Tomorrow's not promised. I could go to the gym tonight, tear an ACL or something, and then I can't work out and I gain 75 pounds. I can't work. I can't go to work the same. I can't do the same stuff with my kids. Nothing's promised. You do your part, and the watcher takes care of the rest. Oh man, that watcher reference. I'm going to love that for forever. There's a little bit of beer left. So we've gone from going crossfaded, a beer and a shot, crossfaded stories again, to that motivational bullshit I just did. And I'm just telling, figure out who you are. Figure out what makes you happy and pursue it. If you're in a dead-end job, find something better. If you love your job and it's a dead-end job, but it makes you happy, keep doing your thing. There's jobs that other people don't want to do, but if you're happy doing that job, I unloaded trailers for 5 or 6 years of my life. Hey, it was good money. There was no future in it, but it paid the bills, and I enjoyed it. The funnest job I ever have, and I'll always say it, was working at a grocery store. I used to work for Minyards, and man, being a cashier, you and your boy, 2 spaces back, then y'all got Sackers, those your homies too, and you're there chilling at the grocery store. It felt like Clerks. It felt like that. What was that TV show with that Mexican chick, America Forever, whatever it was. She worked at like a Walmart or whatever, but they couldn't call it that because it was a TV show. Anyways, like the stuff that happens in those TV shows and those movies when you're up there chilling. Oh, okay. I'll tell this one last story. One last story from Minyards, number 34, MFS 34, Minyards Food Store. We had some boys we worked with. It was Joe, Hector, Clayton, and me. So it was the four of us, and we used to get paid. When did we get paid? I want to say we got paid on Tuesdays, but we were all off on Wednesday night. And there was a black lady that worked there. She was so sweet to all of us. Her name was Miss Kimberly. And I don't think I've ever told this story. There's probably like 10 people in the world that know this story, and including the four of us that were there. So like 6 people I've told it to. But she used to always ask us what we were gonna do on Wednesday night, and we wouldn't buy beer or anything there at the store. Well, me and Hector were underage, so we couldn't. But Joe and Joe and Clayton were old enough. And that was one night we were like hanging out at like Razoo's, and I was underage and Clayton was buying me drinks or whatever. But there was this one particular night that we ended up at a house off of Biddison in Southside. And Miss Kimberly would always ask us what we were gonna do on Wednesdays. And Clayton thought it would be the funniest thing in the world to tell her that we were going to church. Because it was a Wednesday night, like Wednesday night Bible study. So every Wednesday, we would leave our cars there at the grocery store, and we would get in Clayton's Blazer, S10 Blazer 4-door, and we would burn out. And we'd pick up some beer, we'd pick up like a bottle of tequila and some pineapple juice, and we'd end up somewhere drinking. But it was the sweetest thing because Miss Kimberly would always say, "You boys have a good time at Bible study." We never went to Bible study. We just always went and got drunk. And oh man, I remember one night we were in Clayton's Blazer, and we were driving back to go pick up our cars. I mean, everybody was pretty faded, and this fool decides to put on some freaking old school Usher, not Confessions, like further back. What was that album? The one where Usher starts like spelling out his name. Oh, I can't remember right now. Oh man, and I was singing the entire time back to the grocery store. But just those good times. At times, life sucks. But you have to remember those good times you had. You have to remember that life rips. Shout out Chris D'Elia. Because life does rip. There's bad times in life and there's good times. There's times where everything's just in the flow, and there's times that everything's falling apart. This podcast has gone too long, but oh, how I enjoy talking to no one in a room. Like, subscribe, Instagram, all that. ProtectYourInk.com. Use my discount code. Itsguerillarob with gorilla spelled wrong, UE as usual, for 25% off, and that's for life. That's not just your first order, that's every order. And that's still what's going on this tattoo. That's what I put on. I put some on this one, but I wasn't affiliated then. But also the next tattoos that I get, that's what's going on. I put my money where my mouth is. I bought the product with my own discount code. You should too. And also, if you're drinking beers, this ain't a bad beer. Just saying. So the beer's gone. That beer's gone. And it's time for me to go. Peace. Holla at y'all later, YouTube.